Hi guys, welcome to another podcast. And we've got a few things to talk about today. So who wants to start?
Dude, that's what the riot strike, right?
Yeah.
Let's start with the writing strike. Yeah.
Okay, does
What
anyone want to know
what
what that is?
what is going on the Hollywood?
Okay, do you want? Do you actually read beforehand, or you just want me to explain the whole thing?
Just explain. That way just for not just for us, for everyone. Everyone is
Yeah, well,
following.
Teresi, I can try to explain it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But do you know the exact context, or
No,
you want me to
I mean
try?
the only thing is just it's kind of like a almost like a reminder of the writer's strike that happened what back in 2000 was 2008 or
Seven.
Yes, but now it's based on streaming services. Before it's based on DVD sales, because you need to upgrade the contract. Before it's based on the VHS sales, but since they upgraded to your format, like as VHS was dead, now it's about DVDs. They should change the contract, and now the percentage on Rise get on VHS sales should be on DVD sales. So now it's similar about this. Now it's based on streaming rights, like Rise on streaming, because clearly now most TV shows on cable are pretty much dead and stuff. Back in the day, you can get a job like being a sitcom for a while, but now that streaming stuff is like episode parts and stuff. They also don't have the same rights as back on cable TV as well. So yeah, that's the bare gist of it, basically.
yeah. So a lot of shows and I mean, back in the day, and I guess it's just because I remember it, and from what I've been reading, like affected shows like I think Lost, I think Supernatural,
Yep,
uh, a few
Smallville.
Smallville, a few ones. People have said that
Our
that's it,
heroes.
definitely heroes
That was the
as
show that was
well.
actually affected the most, and that might potentially actually destroy the show in the long term.
Because you can
Yeah.
tell that there was a very distinct difference in quality. Now, because of the way because it is streaming, yeah. I mean, from what I've been hearing, it's more about night talk shows for the scripts that have
Yeah,
been more
late
affected.
show, including Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, look, I'm supporting the riot strike. I feel like that's pretty much clear cut their riots are in the right to strike. I can't
Yeah,
see any reasons why I would choose the other side at all.
yeah. I mean, I guess it's just well, we'll see how much. I mean, I don't know how much are they actually asking for a raise. I don't know how much if they've specified how much they want, or is it just like another clause in their contract?
Probably a clause, but probably a bit of a raise because it's a bit of string shows. Like you're right, one episode now. That's usually a show is usually more than 1 hour anyway.
Mm,
Let's just check the riot strike now. Any other things?
yeah,
But
it's
no,
just
I think it's because I think this is a Holly. It's not only writing strike. The Hollywood, a whole thing Hollywood done, including Queen Cleopatra is African.
Oh, it's also against
that,
AI now. Okay, it's
Oh,
also
okay. That's a very interesting topic that we can go to. Andrew, yeah, Cleopatra, that is Netflix, and that's a very different discussion
Yeah.
entirely, which is interesting on its own. But I don't think that's related to the writer's strike. That's very different. But AI, that is very contentious topic because
yep.
I don't think personally, I don't think it's gotten to the point where you can actually use AI to write scripts
Have you
because
watched the
of
South Park episode when they actually partly used the ChatGPT?
oh, is that recent?
Which
Yes,
episode?
in February, because the creator actually the whole episode was ChatGPT, but then he actually used ChatGPT to write the ending. That's a meta joke.
Oh, interesting. I
It
watch that.
was clearly obvious that ChatGPT wrote it, but yeah, it was hilarious how he used it though. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it just and because I mean I suppose I'm much more familiar with the whole AI stuff because I know a lot of concept artists
Well,
and there's been a lot of AI that's been used to generate, well, I say artwork, but what is that really if it's generated by computer? And they say for the issue for them is that it's using art pieces without their permission because it's not like a program just creates stuff from scratch. It's conglomerating from all different sources. So it's all about, the premise of consent and free use to other people's property. So we shall see where that comes in. Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's not
suppose
the biggest one. The stream one seems to be the major ones. Yeah, it's the main focus. It's honestly about the ChatGPT, but I said it's
it's probably
actually
just pay. Probably
what's
just
it right now is more in me because Rise they actually know what they can actually do. Hollywood exactly did to guard against. They actually have no actual specific way to actually guide it. That's only one thing. But the stream one is actually more Pacific. That's why it's the main focus.
Yeah. So they still like what protesting? Are they just sitting out and not writing? So I guess that's the plan.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
he's
writing.
line apparently. Yeah, and
Unfortunately,
Seth MacFarlane actually officially joined them,
Oh, I
Yeah.
was hearing about that too.
and
The
he actually
problem-
joined the last strike as well. So he's been consistent with
So
that.
no more Family Guy, at least for the time being, I suppose.
Well,
Yeah.
in the last time they had the right strike, Fox actually finished it without him.
Oh, so they
can't
got other
do that.
writers. Oh, I see.
Not all right. It's like because
I
they
think
said
the
they were in mid
problem-
production, so he just finished the animation stuff without him.
Mm.
Yeah, I think the problem is there's nothing new. Like there's nothing new. Like that's a that the writing the writing that's I think the writing problem is there's nothing new. That's why they did not.
We're Family Guy now in general.
All the not only Family Guy, every or like Marvel, everything, including Disney.
Wow, you've been so really pessimistic, aren't you?
Well,
Nowadays,
I mean, there's a lot to be said about creativity and like over in Hollywood. I mean, personally,
by saying like there are some good stuff. Like I say, like early last year we had Once and Everything. Everyone is that like
yeah.
everyone-
So
there's always
I
some
mean,
good
there
stuff.
is some stuff you just have to find it. But yeah, trying to
Whether they're
find it.
mainstream or not, that's like another question else. But there are
Mm.
some parts of good stuff here. I'm still enjoying stuff here.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's just doing your research. But yeah, I mean, A22. Oh, it's not A22, it's A24, isn't it? As a studio is putting out some interesting stuff. So not only Everything Everywhere All at Once, which does have, I suppose, a unique premise, but they also did Macbeth as well. And yeah,
I think Macbeth's not an original IP, but
granted, but it is an interesting take. So it's, I mean, if you do think, I know a lot of people just say this out, mainstream Hollywood is oversaturated with superhero movies. You know, just support independent cinema. Look at, you know, what other things are coming, and you know, that's a whole thing.
Marvel movie. Look, long time ago, like between is it Infinity Stone saga, what's the new what's it?
Infinity War.
Yeah, Infinity War.
Yeah, just called Infinity Stone saga. It was
Okay.
pretty good. It was pretty good. It was enjoyable. But when you get to like a multiverse saga one,
You better not be saying No Way Home, okay? You better not be saying No Way Home.
No Way Home is owned by Sony, so that's the good news.
They actually work with Marvel. Okay, remember when Marvel so tends to make movies back like Morpheus? So I think Marvel actually had a big role in making it good.
That's the thing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Venom. So I really Venom's. Well, actually, I didn't watch Venom, but apparently it's actually enjoyable. Bad, but you know, yeah.
Yeah, it started losing Marvel. It's in a lot of people not really interested in the new Marvel.
Okay, so I got tired of that. Who said that in Phase 2 during Age of Ultron that Marvel's gonna die? So you should wait for at least maybe 1 or 2 years if we can definitely say they're gonna die. Because remember, Age of Ultron made less than Avengers 1. This is a sign that Marvel's gonna die. He actually said that during Phase 2.
Phase 2.
So whether Marvel actually dies is one thing or another, but they're still actually making profit. So I don't think they're gonna die anytime soon. Not to mention since they made a lot of money from Infinity War and a lot of movies that made billions of dollars, they can probably afford to actually make 3 movies they lose money in and still take another risk. So I don't think Marvel's gonna be dead anytime soon. Maybe you can argue quality of stuff, but I said like I get tired of the naysayers like from Phase 2 about those kind of things. But anyway, the writer strike might actually affect some of the stuff there, but a lot of stuff is already pretty done. So I think it'll be next year before things might be affected. Actually, let's check any Marvel stuff that's been affected by the writer strike.
Curious.
No, well, there's another thing.
I'll give you guys options to share the screen, so if we want, we can follow.
You know,
okay, actually,
yeah. The problem is Disney. What's going on, Disney? They're starting losing it. Like Disney losing money, already losing.
So a lot of people
they're losing money from Disney Plus because the previous CEO overinvested in that. Because he expected a lot more people to sign up for that. I mean, Disney Plus is actually had a lot of subscribers, but not enough to be profitable.
4 million subscriber.
Okay, let's see. So Agatha has been affected. That show about the witch from WandaVision. And Blade film has been postponed. This was actually be doing next month when it started in production. So the Blade movie got affected. Well, that's about it. That's definitely affected right now.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it says like maybe Captain America, Deadpool 3 and stuff might be affected. Oh yeah, Deadpool 3, I'm looking forward to
Oh.
that.
Oh, share the screen.
Regardless-
Share the screen.
Please go to screen, please.
Okay, let's see.
Click, square. Click, share. Click, share. Click, share.
Yeah, so yes. So yeah. So the stuff that has is in production,
Oh,
but
there
Agatha
we
is
go.
definitely affected. Yeah.
Mm, interesting.
I said, depends how long it will delay. It says only been 1 month so far, so yeah.
Mm.
But this isn't gonna be broke for a while. They're super rich. You guys know that, right? Like they had Avatar 2, like a profits on Avatar 2 alone.
Oh, that's right.
So I don't, they can make a lose a little fair bit of money. They also were rich even around the time. That's why Disney actually bought Power Rangers at one point before selling it again. You guys know that, right?
I didn't actually.
Yeah, during Wild Force, Disney was like rich buying stuff from Saban, and then after they got bought up Power Rangers around Jungle Fury, and then RPM was the last one because due to a contract, then Saban bought Power Rangers back, and then after a few seasons where he made profit because Disney sold it for a bargain,
Mm.
and then he actually made it back, and Hasbro bought Power Rangers for more. So he made a lot of profit from buying it back from Disney. But Disney was at his place where they're just buying IP because they had a lot of money in the bank.
Wait. Did you say Disney got by Power Ranger? Did you say it?
For a bit from after, so basically it's around Wild Force to Power Rangers RPM, Disney owned it.
Then they sold it again.
Yes, to the original creator, Saban back to production. Then Saban sold to Hasbro. And everyone's been happy since Saban sold to Hasbro because Power Rangers Samurai was okay, but then Mega Force made everyone hate him. But then he redeemed himself with Dino Charge, which was actually a good season. I watched it. It was a hilarious season, but it still have good heart and stuff while being funny. But Super Ninja Steel was a lot of his potential, and he was in a bit of Beast Morphus, which is the one I just showed you guys. He was involved in that, but then he sold. That's why he sold Hasbro, so they actually changed quite a bit. It was a lot better than Steel, and Dino Fury is really good. Also, not to mention, that's why Jason actually agreed to actually work in Beast Morphus because he still has a grudge against Saban, but he likes some of the crew that works there.
Okay, then that's good. That's good.
But yeah, so yes, that's why I said Disney's not gonna go broke anytime soon. But if you said Disney can actually win a lot of wars, like you see how Disney won against Ron DeSantis, right?
Regarding what?
Ron DeSantis tried take control of the Disneyland, but Disney won because remember Ron DeSantis talked about the "Don't Say Gay" bill. Disney said that was a bad idea.
Oh yeah. The LG,
okay.
LG was it LG?
Yeah, so Ron DeSantis retaliated by trying to take the rights of the land that Disney took with the contractor. He tried to take it back, but Disney found a lot of loopholes with their lawyers and won, basically.
Okay.
Then Ron DeSantis looks bad for that because I said he's not going to come out and good look at this because Disney should not have that much power in the first place, but he decided to take their power over something, over a petty disagreement on politics.
Mm.
Okay. Let me just tell you something. Talk about the Disney gay. Okay. I don't mind the Disney making a game one, but the audience they're not very happy, and it's starting losing money. They're starting losing money. The audience. All the audience. Any watching movies like so. For example, like Lightyear, they bombed the box office.
Yes. And that's actually them trying somewhat different stuff. So that's why I'm saying, that's why when they try different stuff and it actually fails, you actually encourage them to actually try something safe. Because I said, this is why I know, the Lion King remake made $1 billion. Come on.
You mean live action remake Disney?
It's CGI, not live action.
Yeah, there's no real lines.
Why would we call it live action Lion King when it's CGI clearly? They did not use real animals. Then maybe you can argue that. And just said, I said, I'm not biased with Disney. There are some parts I agree they're bad, but like saying they're gonna die soon, it's like, sorry, like they're pretty rich. They can take a lot of losses. They have to spend, I don't know how much. I should just check how much Disney has in the bank.
Oh, you mean the Lion King remake?
No, just a Disney company.
Yes.
Disney
Yeah,
company.
just how much they have in the bank right now. They have
Okay.
$8 billion in the bank on hand. So
Whoa.
I feel like it's sad. Like each movie that costs to make like what 300 million at most. That's a for expensive movie. They're not gonna be, they can lose like 20 movies when they just lose money and they'll still be alive.
Yeah, you know how much money it costs to have a ticket
Wow.
in Disney World?
Yeah, no wonder they
was
canceled. No wonder they canceled the project and shutting down the hotel, Star Wars Hotel.
well.
Yeah,
I
that's why I'm
mean,
saying that. Yeah, what's the
I mean,
definition?
the point is they're not poor. I mean,
Yeah, that's a share. That's why I'm saying the odds of them actually dying is probably going to be low for a while. They have to outright do something really stupid or get
Yeah.
robbed by a
Yeah.
snake or some hacker.
Yeah.
Then maybe that.
so it's
Well,
assets to 204
yeah.
to 94, like
So yeah, they made
respectively.
some losses, but they also made a lot of profits and other stuff here. So
Yeah.
I mean,
but yeah, they actually
Universal.
lost, and this year they actually had less
Wow.
depth. So yeah,
Oh my God, 54.1 billion. Wow, they're losing money.
Yeah.
it's just Civil War anyway. But I said there's a lot of things that So I said revenue didn't grow as much, but I say it goes up and down. But I said they're gonna actually probably not gonna go bankrupt anytime soon.
No.
I mean, let's talk about limit. I mean, Universal. Universal okay now. I'm happy. They're all good,
Are you
including
just saying because of the Mario movie?
yeah. The Mario movie now is now $1 billion. It's the first video game.
Yeah, but let's check their net worth then. Let's see worth. Let's see. Yeah, they have what their net worth
1.3.
billion.
Well, that's not too bad. I mean, if I had won $3 billion, I'd be happy. But
Actually,
not
don't
as much
worry
as
about
Disney.
Warner Bros. Anyway.
Warner Brothers. What's going on?
Right.
You lost Fantastic Beasts, and now what's going on?
How much in the bank? Let's see. So let's see. Warner Bros. Have in total. So revenue was 42.
41 billion.
Well, this is 41 billion.
That's revenue though. That's not much how much it says. Not including
how
costs.
much?
Is that net?
Yeah, how much debt? Okay, let's see. Long-term debt is 48 billion. It's increased from 2021. But yeah, like people criticize, like, Warner Bros. Were just coasting on Harry Potter and didn't have anything to replace it for after Harry Potter ended. And they tried Fantastic Beasts and then they tried the DCEU. Didn't work well for them.
Well, they've got the game. The new Harry Potter game. Are they making money off that?
Not real.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Hogwarts Legacy. That's a different story.
Because I remember that Warner Bros. Was actually doing the PR for it.
Oh, I see.
But saying, like I said, they just said there's a lot of issues that Warner Bros. CEO like, dude, that's really like bad choices and stuff. So they didn't plan it, said they were just coasting, they didn't make any new IP while they had Harry Potter. Just wait for it to end for them to try doing anything. And then that's what the Zack Snyder. A lot of issues with that.
Oh yeah.
Because the reason why they picked Zack Snyder because he's anyone with actual vision. They couldn't get anyone to make a Justice League movie. He actually had half a plan or something.
Yeah.
It might not be the best plan, but he had a plan. Sorry to the Zack Snyder fans, like, you guys think he's a god, but no, he's not. Because of things. Like I said, I watched Sucker Punch. We'll say that's great. Like, it's okay. It feels like a fan service movie than anything else, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just trying to remember, like, oh yeah, let's see, Warner Brothers cash on hand.
Okay, let's look at this.
Let's see, they have 2.6
billion. Well, that's a little bit more than was it the other one?
DC had $8 billion in hand.
Yeah.
1.4.
Okay, so it's still not too bad.
Yeah, but I said last year they canceled a lot of shows, so that's why the Legends of Tomorrow And the Batgirl movie everyone talked about, like it was the completion. Had Michael
Right.
Keaton there. I wanted to watch it first for that.
Yeah.
And I remember they lost like the Sham 2 lost a lot of money.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Let's check how much the Sham 2.
It's
I
like
don't like the Sham 1. The Sham 1 was it's actually my favorite DCEU movie overall.
I think it's like what
I see the first Sham movie is actually pretty good. It's actually heartwarming. It actually encourages you to adopt people.
okay, and it
So, yeah.
whoa,
That's a big one.
it's but wow.
Yeah, this is post pandemic. Let's see.
That's a really hard bomb.
Let's see, 1984. Because it said it's on streaming, so it's hard to outright say. Let's check how much Wonder Woman, because it said this brought pandemic though. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so it means less than that, but this is during the pandemic, so that's why it's excusable a bit. Because we don't know how much the HBO actually made profit from that, but it's pretty vague on that. Let's see. That's what I said. DC, you had a lot of financial not so well. I said Batman vs Superman technically made profit, but Man of Steel actually made more money in profit wise.
Yeah.
And let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, well, the Suicide Squad it was the first one. The Suicide Squad in 2001.
They gave it a positive reveal, but it was a bomb.
Yeah. But I said this is the pandemic though, so that's why you can say that. And let's see, I think Black Adam was just break even. Well, let me check. Black
But
Adam.
still bomb.
I would say it's just they expect a high because The Rock re-promoted heavily, but 216 million. So they said like the rough rule is that you have to make twice as much because half the revenue goes towards this cinemas, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that's why it's like roughly like I said. It depends if you say 190. That's why it's a vague because it's marketing. It depends how estimate of that. That's why I say that's why James Gunn we're killing this. Is that they put a lot of effort because The Rock actually the extra 50 million budget was because he wanted to change some reshoots that were not worth it. Just to add some what's the word like when you product a product.
Product placement.
Yeah, that one. Yes.
Yeah.
Invest. Yeah, there's the thing.
Yeah. So that's why I said that you got to play about Disney or Marvel well, at least some of the movies actually past break even.
Yeah.
Even though you got the quality of it, but they're not gonna go broke from making less profit compared to outright losing money.
Yeah. I mean,
Disney Plus has said it's hard to.
Yeah. I mean, Universal, they already figure out, and then they already figure out, and then Fast X, it's gonna hit the $1 billion because of Awesome Thing.
Let's check the reviews on that actually, because I heard the IGN had really bad reviews. So I'm just curious, was that a mixed review?
Yeah, mixed. It has a mixed review.
Yeah, mixed reviews. Yeah. So $318 million. Yeah. The budget was 340 million. Holy bit!
Expensive. Very expensive.
Yeah.
Let's see what
the previous one cost. Let's curious what the previous one cost. Okay, let's check.
What are you looking for, Jimmy?
This is the last one. Okay, let's check this way. Just is it in the bottom to work out how much it costs? Okay, it's been going up slowly. So yeah,
they're not hitting $1 billion. So
it might still make profit. I mean, it's still enjoyable. I just remember one of the old days when the Fast and Furious was just about car racing.
Yeah,
driving cars.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not anymore.
Universal, they figure it out. And if you look at Jurassic Park, go to Jurassic the last Jurassic World, the last one.
Yeah, did anyone actually like that? I didn't watch the
I haven't seen it.
World series.
I've seen it. It was it's a bit weird.
Because apparently the villains are actually insects or something. The main threat is of the actual dinosaurs.
And look at it's $1 billion.
Yeah, $1 billion.
See,
made profit.
Yeah. See? Okay. Now I think the test of Disney is Indiana Jones because apparently it's getting that mixed reviews.
Oh, it's already earlier. I was like,
It's not out yet, but they actually allowed them to reveal it 1 month beforehand. So
No box
yeah.
office yet.
So yeah. I mean, I said part of me wants to still watch it, but I'm 50-50 on that. What about you guys? You want to watch Indiana Jones?
I haven't seen the fourth one. I don't know if I need to see that one. Crystal
Disney,
Skull.
I
bro, you
don't
have to watch
mind
a
it.
Disney.
I personally like it better than Temple of Doom, but people insult me when I say that.
Temple of Doom is
Doom
so.
was like just weird, and not to mention, besides the fact that it's actually a prequel to the first one, which you don't know unless you actually pay that much attention. I just see fine, like one because number 1 and 3 had the university and stuff like some things, but number 2 was like weird, and the Asian kid felt like a bit weird, and not to mention how it got possessed, like the dark
Yeah.
cult. I feel
Yeah,
like it's
but at
just
least it had
random
Key. A
stuff.
lot of people like him because of that.
Yeah, but I just feel like also like there's no actual archaeology. I felt like
No, it's not. It's not.
escaping.
It's
Well,
not.
number 4 had some archaeology, not too much of it, but some of it. But yeah, some editing stuff that was weird, but yeah, I don't care about its bad CGI as long as it lose me. Not to mention, I don't care about the fridge moment. You know about the fridge being right?
I know what it means for characters of fridge, but I don't know if that means the same thing in this context.
Oh no, basically, Indiana Jones survives a nuclear blast by hiding in the fridge.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Indiana Jones 2, he had a raft and jumped down from it. That he should not be able to survive that either. So there's a lot of unrealistic part in number 2. Yeah, he actually jumped on the raft and escaped from a plane that's thing. That does not work as a parachute. He should have got flat from that. It does not work that way.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not gonna be too fast when number 2 had that. That's why I said like number 4 also brought back Marion from Indiana Jones 1. And the chemistry between that makes it worth it alone.
But it's enjoyable. But it's enjoyable.
Well, I haven't seen fourth one.
But it's
But yeah,
enjoyable.
RJ said that number 5 was so bad, number 4 is so good in comparison. That's why I feel like, okay, I don't know how it could be this bad. This is made by the Logan director.
And the problem is there's no Steven Spielberg in director.
Yeah, I don't know why he left, because he was supposed to make it, then he just left halfway through.
Yeah.
Probably because of Disney. Probably because of Disney and Lucasfilm has an issue.
I don't know. What is Spielberg up to these days? Who knows?
But remember, the original plan was to make 5 films from George Lucas' time period, but George Lucas kept insisting on the alien thing with the 4th one, which they got annoyed at. They eventually caved in after 15 years, where they said the alien was actually an extraterrestrial being, not an actual alien.
Isn't that the same thing though?
I forgot it. I think maybe interdimensional. I forgot what's the technical term.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, that's when they just decided, because George Lucas' idea was like, we're doing a different period. The 60s or the period that Jones 4 was setting was based on alien period when films were like that. But as George Lucas said, but you already have Star Wars. I have E.T. We already done alien sci-fi. Jones is more unique, archaeology is more different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that on the interview. I saw that interview.
Yeah, but I said, Steven Spielberg actually tried to take the fall for George Lucas. That's how good Freddy is, because the fridge idea was actually George Lucas' idea. But then when Steven Spielberg perk up, say it was my idea, then play George Lucas. George Lucas said, "No, I'm not gonna let you take the fall for me." So at the very least, they're good friends, despite that.
Yeah.
That's why I just love that. Like, actually, remember, Steven Spielberg was the one that convinced George Lucas to finish making Star Wars when everyone else, a lot of his friends, told him to give up on Star Wars. Because George Lucas showed the Star Wars without the special effects and bad editing. But Steven Spielberg said, like, if you edit things properly and add the special effects, I think he has something there. And his wife actually fixed a lot of editing errors. That wouldn't think that. I actually have to link to that YouTube video if you're ever interested in doing that. How bad editing can make a movie worse.
Well, it definitely can. It definitely can. As in,
yeah, but how you change even ordering of scenes. Okay, here's one example of how editing changed stuff. In the original scene of Obi-Wan, actually, they see the message of R2-D2 with Princess Leia. Then they actually talked about the father stuff. So they actually changed editing around that. He talked about the father and the Jedi stuff first, then they saw the message.
Hmm.
They had to re-edit that because they realized why Princess Leia is calling you for help, and now you talk about that. Because that sounds like it shouldn't be a more sense of urgency.
Yeah.
So they actually edited around, but they did clever editing to make sure it was more natural.
Mm.
That's why after they talk about the father and Star Wars and the Force, R2D2 makes a beep to now a transition of that message.
Wow.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, that's an example of how that. Also, not to mention before that, in the original cut, there's a bit where Darth Vader just chokes someone with the Force, but you don't know what the Force is. So they changed it that set is the scenes after Obi-Wan explained what the Force is, that you know, oh, so Vader's using the Force on him.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's an example of like just changing the order of the scenes. Also, original cut of the thing was that Luke Skywalker actually missed the shot the first time, and then he had to do that. And originally, the Death Star was not going to aim for the planet. They actually did some clever editing to make it more tense. Like the Death Star was going to kill the planet if Luke missed the shot.
Oh, okay.
That was post-editing. So they actually used robotic voices and changed stuff to imply that the planet was going to blow up.
Oh, I see.
It is post-editing because they can't reshoot it. So they have to
No,
use
and
editing to
yeah,
imply that.
fix it in post.
Is that in the fourth one? You talk about the fourth.
The first Star Wars film. Yeah, that's why I said Steven Spielberg, and now he got another friend to give advice about editing, and then George Lucas' wife actually did a lot of editing changes. She actually deserves more credit than people give George, as much as George Lucas for helping making Star Wars work. But George Lucas did some art stuff on his own as well with his own ideas. And not to mention Harrison Ford got his lines changed all the time.
The
Oh,
Force
yeah.
Awaken. The Force
No,
Awaken.
you hope. I'm just talking about the original, how things
Hope,
get
the Hope,
changed
the Hope.
clever, and writing as well. Okay, let's go back to the
Yeah.
writer structure. How writers are really important. Like that's why they should actually give more due in general.
Definitely, writing is the story is the key to a good movie. No
Yeah.
special effects is gonna cover that up, or lack thereof.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Is like they need to listen to writer. Writing is the important thing. You want something new, something different, not exactly the same thing. Like for example, the trilogy was pretty good. Well, the original was pretty good, but then with the Disney one, with the Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and the Rise of the Skywalker, there's something issue. What's going on? They put the same thing again, but they make it more like what a bit of worse.
Is it still Star Wars?
It's still Star Wars.
No.
So I kind of lost track of what you were talking about.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Talk
No,
about the stuff.
Yeah.
Tracy, you know what he was saying? Talking
No,
about.
it's just that we had I mean, this is just giving me flashbacks of the Star Wars podcast we had with Matt.
Yeah.
With Matthew.
But I just talking about
Here's
how
why.
like he said, like a film is actually a big teamwork, but some directors do all four at once. That it feels
Some
like
do, some do. So it's up to the director and how much leeway they
James
give
Gunn
to the rest.
does like rewrites as well. Like he actually wrote the scripts for Guardians of the Galaxy and does the directing. So yeah.
Mm.
I don't know what's going on. I know what's going on Disney, but they're gonna lose $1 billion. They're gonna lose $1 billion if we don't get this right.
Very, yeah. I think it was $1 billion. Like I said, like but yeah, Joe's even they made $0, they were only lose 300 million.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew, just for context, it's like losing 50 cents.
50 cents a year.
Yeah, I'm saying like I said they also made some success. I said even though you might not enjoy them, they still said Disney Plus is day one day probably might be struggling if they keep that up. But I think they even have to increase prices or find a way to reduce costs. But the previous CEO kept spending a lot of money, so that's why the replacement CEO is going to like spend less on Disney Plus. Because the problem with Disney, okay, for me personally, that they release too many shows at once, I'm just far behind. So the good version of the Rise Strike for me personally is that I have more time to catch up on stuff that I actually am behind in. I still haven't seen Endor or Star Wars Visions.
I started watching Boba Fett and I haven't finished that. And then
Are you
the
watching
Mandalorian. I've been meaning to, but I just never got on because freaking hell, trying to have a series is trying to like binge watch a series is not easy. And then I was trying to get into beef, so yeah, I have a
And
lot
the
on my
Boba
list.
Fett, I just kind of half watched some parts because I was the opposite. I was care about the present rather than the flashback. Everyone loved the flashbacks more. The
Mm.
part I care about the flashback is when like how he met the girl the Ming Yu's character, which I don't know who she is, but yeah, the part that everyone loves with Boba Fett is when he crossovers with the Mandalorian, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you
But
get
yeah,
to
you
see
must
Grogu?
yes.
Okay, so I should probably get into that. Grogu is
You
like
actually need to
movie drop.
watch that to watch season 3 of The Mandalorian. I mean, they explain it off
Okay.
screen, but otherwise, it's actually better to just watch it. That's why I got my friend to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is almost essential watching to understand Mandalorian season 3.
Okay, it's on my watch list. It's on my
But you
watch
have to watch,
list.
yeah, you watch Mandalorian season 1 and 2, then you need to watch I'll just skip to episode 4 of Boba Fett.
Okay. I'll just start with
So how far are you into Mandalorian in season 1, season 2, right?
I've finished those two, yeah.
Yeah,
I
just
see
watch episode 4 of
I
Boba Fett because episode 4 of Boba Fett is essentially Mandalorian season 2.5. It's just him and in the episode.
Oh, okay.
Then the next episode has Grogu on it.
Yeah.
And then the episode after that is when he actually formally crossed over with Boba Fett.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so the
Alright.
first so the last three episodes are almost essential watching.
Mm.
Like I said, it's actually and you don't actually need to watch the first three to understand what happened to Boba Fett. Basically,
Okay.
Boba Fett has some war going on and he needs the Mandalorian
Yeah. Okay.
to help him.
So episode 4 when I get back onto
Yeah,
it.
if you actually just press for time. But I said writing, I said like okay, example, Andrew Garfield did Spider-Man, he was a good actor, but the writing was bad. So in No Way Home, when it's better writing, Andrew Garfield's just so much better as Spider-Man, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
The dialogue he said, like his performance is even more amazing with good writing. Also, another example, Brooklyn 999, good writing, the actor for Amy, but then in the movie, the blockbuster, like bad writing, like still the actress is doing her best, but the writing is not as good that you don't feel it.
Writing is a hard skill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
very
look,
hard.
for good actors, they can't just unless they can't always disagree with the writers themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, some actors are. But okay. So we've got 2 minutes left. Do you guys want to do another session?
Yeah, another section. We'll do
I can talk to you
another,
more if you want.
another
All right.
section.
Okay. All right. I'll see you guys in a minute.
All
And
right,
we're back.
And we're back again. Still continue of this horrible writing strike.
Well, not for the
And that-
writers, it's not, I guess, Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it depends on who you ask.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole thing. This company, we don't want to we can't talk too much of this, right? Because yeah, it's too much.
What?
And don't mention the Queen Cleopatra.
I don't know anything about to comment.
I mean, yeah, that's a whole, I mean, I have a lot to say about that. The issue is that's actually not a writer's problem. It's just that is a casting PR issue among
It's called
Yeah.
Go Woke, Go Broke. That's what they call them.
Well, yeah, but
Guys, that Sainsbury thing. Let's look at this. People said Black Panther would do bomb and that didn't work. And then what's the person that said that he actually made his own film and then didn't do and his film did really badly. So he just said he didn't tell me count about go anti-broke, go broke.
yeah.
Like let's try to remember what's his name, that guy that's like so right wing and then he made his own film.
Yeah, type it and share it on the screen. Well, I like
I'm
to
trying to
see.
remember the name. I'm gonna see. Okay, who's the actor for the Mandalorian? Gina, right?
I know that guy. He's wearing glasses and mustache. I forgot the name.
Yeah, I remember that because it was
Pascal,
basically
Pedro
the-
Pascal is his name.
Hatsuka, yeah.
I say that.
Pedro Pascal.
No, not her. I meant the one who played the actress that got
Oh,
fired.
Gina Carano.
Yeah,
Gina.
Gina Carano. That one, yep. Okay, let's see. Fail.
Oh yeah, that one. That I'm not sure about what that one. Well, that was in Terran
Yeah,
Mountain.
Western Terror on the Parrot,
Prairie.
Ben Shapiro. That was like
Yeah.
supposed to be anti-work, but that did so terrible.
Mm.
And then, funny enough, her own film said that was more work because she was the main character. And it's like she took out some man, like that's work. Also, the Mario film, people call that work because Peach was too, active.
Oh
And then
my
afterwards,
God.
it's like, oh no, it's not a work film at all.
Really?
Yes, okay, let's just check. Okay, I'll
Oh
have to
my
print it
God.
for it. People call Mario
They don't
movie
understand.
work.
They never read a comic book on the 90s.
Yeah, let's just check that. Let's see. Because I remember that's like, yeah. Nope. There was one that says Ed. Yeah. Nope. Then. Yeah, going to work. Yeah, did you see? Yep. 2022. There was a lot of people that's complaining about it. And now it's like a lot. Yeah, they say they're turning Peach into a strong female character. That's so much better than Mario. Can't let a princess get married 2022. Luigi's the one to get kidnapped too. Yes. There are a lot of people doing that, but it said 6 months ago. So a lot of news. You won't see it now, but you watch YouTube parts of a lot
Well,
of people
based on the trailer, people were suspicious.
So I don't think
Wasn't
work is essentially the only reason why it goes bad, but
it is
it's
bad?
another
It's bad writing. Bad writing makes you go broke.
look, I say look,
Ultimately.
Captain Marvel, which was not that good, still made $1 million. And by the way, I
Mm.
actually like Miss Marvel. Okay, Miss Marvel's the best. You want to watch? That's
Oh,
one of the reasons.
controversy! Did you hear about the news that she died?
Who?
Who?
Miss Marvel, not the actress, the actual character in future
No,
comic
she
books.
didn't.
I thought she did. Look it
I
up.
watched the show. She didn't
No,
die.
not in the TV show, in the comics.
Oh,
Let
I
me
didn't know
check.
that. But look, in comics, no one stays dead. So I
I
don't
suppose
think
that's true.
like Captain
who's
America died for 6. That was the longest death for the modern one when Captain Steve Rogers died. He
I did
actually
not know
died.
that.
They brought him back alive when the movie came out. Okay, in Civil War, in the original Steve Rogers, yeah, in the original death, he actually died in a. Oh, not that one. So, just let's see, MCU. Okay. 616. That's the one. Oh no, that one. Okay, let's do this. Just do Captain America, because I just realized the Marvel movie just called it that, but he actually died in Civil War. I forgot how long it took, but I actually read that. That's why I actually got me to Captain America. So Bucky became Captain America.
shouldn't be Falcon is the Captain Falcon is Captain America?
This is the comic book version.
Oh, comic book version.
But in the comic book version, no one knew who Bucky was, except for Captain America and Iron Man. Oh, here it is. Yep. Let's see. This is 2007. So, yeah. Okay, modern age. Okay, let's see. 2007, because Brubaker. So Barnes, Rogers. Okay, no, that's not it. This is, let's see. 2000. Okay. Well, it's just publishing. Okay, I'm just gonna do the history. That's the publishing history. I just realized that's the problem. Because it just talks about legal stats. Okay. 2000, yeah. Okay, he died during this one. The death of Captain America. So this is 2007. Yep, that was the HSC. So, and then yeah, it was 2 years. Okay, that was the longest that felt like a long time, but yeah. And yeah, Bucky took on the mantle of that, and I read this run. It was really good. But yeah, there's also a bit where Captain America was brainwashed as a clone. He was actually the trick where people said that he was actually alternative timeline Hydra duplicate. Although you didn't know that till the end, so everyone thought like Steve Rogers was brainwashed to becoming a Hydra. But then it turns out that yes, he wasn't that. That was a fake memory stuff. But yeah, he's back to normal with that. Yeah.
All right then.
But I'm just saying, I said people don't die for too long. But yeah, Miss Marvel, the actual thing was really good. And I said it was actually well done writing as well, the culture and stuff. Actually, just check this. Yeah, let's be nice. Let's see who wrote Miss Marvel TV series. Let's give credit to the writer because I don't think we. This was the director, actor. Let's see who wrote this. Who did the writing here? So yeah, and not to mention the actress does like she's 19, but she convinces you that's been 16. See, do we actually okay? Okay, written by this. Oh, it's different writers here. So yeah. She's a comedian screenwriter. Yep, that makes sense. The first episode was really comedic. So Kate, I know her, but she's not famous. But yeah, so Frey, okay. Oh, she did the What If series. That's
Oh,
nice.
really?
Yeah. So this guy, yeah. But yeah, I don't know all the writers. Yeah. Also, Ed Brubaker. He's the one that made the Bucky's Captain America and Kill Off Captain America. He's another writer you should all respect.
Mm.
He was an example of how good writing changes it. He actually stopped series from being cancelled because Catwoman was about to be cancelled, and like DC said, like, you can do whatever you want with her. We're gonna cancel it anyway. But when he did it, the sales went up, and Catwoman didn't get cancelled. Like her accomplishments. Yeah, and he did Fatal, which I read in the fade out list too. I had to read Kill or Be Kill. He also did the Batman the Man Who Laughs. I haven't read that one yet. Yeah, what's he doing now actually? Oh, he's actually working on the Batman Cape Crusader. But yeah, he left on bad terms with Disney because Disney did not give him extra money for making the Winter Soldier, even though he's the one that helped make Winter
Oh
Soldier.
my goodness. Stupid Disney. What's going
Yeah,
on?
that part I said, I'm not that biased to Disney, but like, yeah, they should give him extra generous money, or at least give him more work that pays more.
Mm.
One or the other.
Oh, very, very good. I'll give you less. That's not
But
fun.
however, he did say he enjoyed the movie, The Winter Soldier itself. And he's a nice guy, but yeah. His Captain America work I thought was dark, but then you look at the fade out and that's even darker. So yeah, he does a lot of things. Also, another good writer that, well, he's famous enough, but you probably don't know Tom Taylor. Oh, he's Australian. I didn't realize he actually was. I just met him on the thing. I got his signature. I know him for Injustice series, the one where Superman. You guys know about Injustice, right? It's set in the universe where
Mm.
basically the geometric Superman to killing a pregnant Lois Lane, and blew up Metropolis, causing Superman to become a dictator over 5 years. And the game is set during the 5 years. The comic books shows how it's a slow process. Like he didn't intend to go crazy.
Mm.
It just bad things happened. And then you see that Batman kind of makes it gray about how Superman went to darkness. That Batman kind of made him worse by fighting against him. Because Batman did some, ruthless stuff, causing Superman to become even more ruthless.
Mm.
Like Year 3 was the one, yeah, I can see why Superman's really annoyed with that. Basically, in Year 3, Batman put him in a spell to make him sleep where he dreamed of reality where his wife and daughter didn't die. And when he woke up, he was like, I feel like I lost them again, like realizing that it never happened. The dream of his daughter and his wife not dying.
Mm.
And he just got really angry, like, how could you do this to me, Batman? But yeah.
Yeah. All I know is there's a DC game. Is it Justice?
Yeah, the game, yes. I actually have the game. The game is so black and white. They make Superman look so evil and stuff. And he does evil stuff that are no real unprovoked.
Yeah. What about the
So
second one? There's a sequel though, isn't it?
It's a bit better, but not quite. But the comic book gives better things. So that's why Tom Taylor shows like good writing makes things a lot better. But yeah, just checking which one here. That's like they say that because Superman decides to destroy Gotham City and Metropolis destroy the chaos that will rise in his absence. Like, but you're the one destroying it. How does that even make any sense? And then he goes to Sham, which says this is a bad idea. And that causes Flash to change sides.
Oh, okay.
The first year, but the game and the second game, Injustice 2 is a bit better. But the comic books is the best out of it. But it's basically Supergirl landing after this and Brainiac. Because in this universe, Brainiac caused Krypton to blow up, and now he's trying to blow up Earth. So Batman has to reluctantly work with Superman to stop Brainiac.
Right,
but because Supergirl is like at first with Superman, but then and Batman actually says that he fell as a friend when Lois Lane died. He should have been a better friend to Superman, so he blames himself for that part. And there's a lot of stuff here, but then Superman, after they have an argument to actually kill Brainiac, Supergirl sides with Batman. There's two eggs on that part, but the last dialogue they had is like, Do you remember when I told Lois Lane was pregnant? And Batman says that, and Superman said this. Yes, you knew, even knew before I told you. And Batman says, I miss who we were back then. Superman, me too, but then just punches Batman. So the good ending is that, yeah, he decides to make Supergirl the new major hero. Batman sent to the Phantom Zone. And when there's an ending when Superman wins, he actually just brainwashes Batman to become his ally and tries to kidnap that. He has brainwashed Batman using Brainiac's technology and says, I'll do that to you to Supergirl. Like, that's just pure evil. But yeah, the comic book does such a good job, Tom Taylor. That I just love it. And it makes Harley Quinn more sympathetic as well. Because in this universe, Harley Quinn actually had a daughter with the Joker, but she never told the Joker about it. So she's 9 months she went missing and gave birth, and then the Joker said that, oh, I didn't know you were missing for 9 months. That's true. Yeah, she tells back. Yeah.
That's cold.
Yeah. Also, she's technically now married to Poison Ivy in this universe as well.
Okay.
Then.
Yeah, because the Harley Quinn show, that's why like they actually expand more on the relationship on Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn in that one. I'm not sure if Tom Taylor made that popular, but yeah, because I think but basically, Harley Quinn's saying one who can actually manipulate Poison Ivy in the anime series. Because she actually convinced Poison Ivy not to kill every human by crying. Please don't blow up humanity, and then stop doing that. And she just cries with Harley Quinn and just gives up.
Yeah.
But the reason why, because Poison Ivy felt sorry for Harley Quinn, and because Harley Quinn in the Harley Quinn show, is the only one that ever was the psychologist that actually felt sorry for Poison Ivy and tried to be her friend. That's why Poison Ivy, But Injustice 2 actually has decent gameplay though, and graphics are really good.
Yeah, reminds me of Mortal Kombat, but that's because probably the kind of same.
You're making your Mortal Kombat game, right? It's called
Mortal Kombat 1. I saw the trailer.
I've seen the trailer. I think it's like it's backing like number
Mortal Kombat 11. Like what happened, right?
Yeah.
You remember what happened?
Yeah.
Basically, Kane became a god.
God.
And restarted the timeline.
Yeah.
So this is the reboot timeline. It's a bit sad because they actually rebooted the timeline 3 times, 2 times, 1 time already.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting confused at how many timelines there are now. So
okay, this is 2011 was the first major timeline change. So basically, Ryan goes back in time to prevent Armageddon that happened in the 8th game. And then 2 games later, basically, it turns out the time goddess wants to restart the timeline but erase Ryan from the thing. Because she basically in Mortal Kombat 10, Ryan becomes an evil god and basically kills the brother Shanok, who's actually the goddess's brother, and she's biased towards him and wanting him to still be alive.
Okay,
so she wants to reset the timeline, for balance.
So she's gonna reset the timeline. Create Armageddon.
Yes. She doesn't want to do Armageddon, but it's her version of balance of good and bad. But Shanok is still alive.
I see.
And Ryan becomes Cassie Cage, which is Sonya and Johnny Cage's daughter, is in that one. She was the main character number 10, but they changed it because Liu Kang became evil in his timeline, but the young version of him is the good one.
Didn't he die?
He died, came back as a zombie in 10. Evil zombie version of that.
Somehow must have gone. I think he must have come back to life somehow.
Sorry.
Yeah, so basically Liu Kang in number 10 was like permanently evil. Because he's a revenant. Sherlock actually brought them back as zombies under mind control. Actually, not him. The other guy that's evil.
Onaga?
So let's just do Mortal Kombat 10. But basically, let's see. It was a zombie war. Let's see, what was it?
Share screen.
I didn't share screen yet?
No.
I thought it was.
Nope.
Okay, I was actually sorry. I thought I did already. But yeah, Mortal Kombat 10. Let's see. So after because he died 9 because of Ryan trying to change the timeline. Because basically, for number 9 to work, it's basically the plan was to let the villain of number 3, Mortal Kombat 3, win this time, but so the Elder Gods would actually outright kill him instead of Liu Kang beating him, but he still survives to cause the problems of number 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, and yeah, so yeah. This is number 8, so yeah. That's how Liu Kang died in basically this one. So yeah. Hu Chang, he's the one that does that. And he said that he already has the souls, and that's why he can bring them back as zombies. But yeah. Yeah. So yeah, basically by letting everyone die, the old gods intervened and gave the powers to kill Shang Kahn for real. But of course, Quan Chi is actually is the villain number 10 and brings back everyone as zombies. So, but then basically there's a way to bring them back because Jax got resurrected, but then they found a way to bring back as human being. But Scorpion hates Quan Chi and just killed him before that. Let's just check his team here. Yep. So yeah. Let's see. Shinlock, okay. Yeah, so Scorpion kills him. But that means they can't actually bring back Liu Kang as good again. Because only Chi could actually do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, but then Cassie, oh yeah. They retcon that Johnny Cage is really powerful. Let me just check around this part. Let's see. Yep. Johnny, yeah, so when Shinnok tries to kill Johnny rushes to defend her, awakening her hidden power. So you know when Johnny Cage is green, it's retcon to be a hidden power. So he's strong enough to be a god with that green power. That's why, yeah. But yeah, because he did it out of love for Sonya. So in the final battle, ironically enough, Cassie uses, because yeah, Cassie's Johnny Cage's daughter. He actually does enough to actually like that. So yeah, Cassie changed. Yep. So her powers and she uses to be Shinnok. Yeah, and then basically he becomes Dark Ryan because his dark powers to withdraw that. Yeah, got corrupted. So yeah, got corrupted and purifying the Jinsu. So it becomes Dark Ryan. But then Mortal Kombat 11, since the time god, let's see. Where's the time god here? Basically the good time god, not the good time god, the time god that's neutral, but mostly bad, really. But yeah, so the retcon was here, so yeah. So the cage, yep. So basically they blew up the cage, the evil zombie cage's thing. Yep. So I'm just trying to remember. So the time storm. So basically the Krana. Yep. So he brings back bad guys, but he brings back some of the good guys, the past version of Liu Kang, Katana, ones the people that died, past versions of them. Yeah, we're just trying to remember that. Yep. Okay, so this is what happened here. So yeah, let's see. So yeah, Katana becomes the Yu Queen, the past Katana, because he beats Shang Kahn, becomes the Yuli of the race here. But yeah, let's see. But yeah, because you want to realize, yeah, so multiple times, Katana has always turned Liu Kang right against each other because them combine with their work. So Katana actually kidnaps Liu Kang when he realizes the trap, and the evil zombie Liu Kang fuses with the past Liu Kang to increase his power level. So yeah, so absorb his past soul, Katana sends back to attack Ryan. But then Ryan merges with past Liu Kang and future Liu Kang to become Fire God Liu Kang. So then so basically we combine with Liu Kang that Liu Kang's powerful enough to beat Krana. So yeah, there's actually so the best ending is this one, but it's not canonical. He goes back to do that. So this is the thing ending. But then Aftermath changes everything when they go back in time because Sang Shu from the villain. And yeah, they actually used to voice the Mortal Kombat movie to voice him.
Yeah, and his likeness for the skin.
So basically, cool. Right, and basically in this change line, they changed the timeline where Sindhu and Shah Khan wins instead of Katana, but then he backstabs them. But the last minute, let's see, yeah, so he betrays them. But then the Fire God Liu Kang appears, saying that he knew this all along and let him win, so he can beat Shushan because they need the crown to actually change the timeline without destroying the universe. But he already broke the crown in the original fight. So they just go back in time to get the crown so they can take it.
Yeah.
So he beats Shoshan in this version and gains control of the hourglass. And he actually visits the Great Kowloon.
Let's change color.
Because in the original timeline, he lost to Goro, got killed by Goro. So in this timeline, which is more Kombat 1, I think he's going to stop the original ancestor to beat Goro this time. That's the implication of that. And then we're up to the new trailer. So we don't know. Obviously, Liu Kang, we don't know. He's not going to be too OP. Otherwise, it won't be much of a story.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
that's pretty clever.
Yeah. But yeah, I said the writing here was not the best here. There's a lot of issues, but I enjoy it for what it is. But yeah, number 10 had the better writing. So because number 10, they fixed Cassie Cage was really good, and not to mention the Johnny Cage got the most character development from 9, 10, 11. Because number 10, Johnny Cage was really serious, and number 11, it's actually funny because Johnny Cage talks to his younger self because his son, the young one's I'm gonna be with Sonya, I'm gonna bang her that, and the old one's that's really disrespectful. But he said that Dad was Dad told us that, and the older Dad was an a-hole, and you know it because I know it. And then convinces young Johnny Cage to be more responsible. That was actually good. That's the best, my favorite part, really.
Yeah. So decent character for Johnny.
Can I say something else? This video game story are better than the movie. You know that? It's for example, Legend of Zelda, the new game, the new one, are way much better than.
Okay, there's never been a Legend of Zelda movie to compare that to, so you can't win with that.
I mean,
they made the anime series that was so bad because the meme excuse me, but that's not a good example. The manga of the game is actually better than the game, in my opinion, the manga.
I mean, so if you look at Star Wars movie, it's just the same thing over again. The old one's okay, but if you look at the new one, it's all same thing over again. If you look at
come on, we're talking about the Mandalorian. I like how we talk about this in Matthew again. That says you watch Star Wars Visions. That's what's doing the difference. Okay, it's not canon, but the anime Star Wars and Visions is really different. Okay.
Yeah, I like that one. That's the one most the best.
So can you just focus? Yeah. So yeah, we've already talked about the sequel movies too much now. I'd rather focus on the new movies that might come out, one that's set Dawn of the Jedi. And the one that's unnamed, but it's going to be based on the Mandalorian series. So basically the crossover, because it's apparently going to be an adaptation of Heir to the Empire, which is Dave Filoni is working on that. It will be his first film. But yeah, he's the one that made Star Wars, Clone Wars, and Rebels work. And then he did some parts of the one episode of Mandalorian with Ahsoka, to link to Ahsoka. And he's going to be doing the Ahsoka TV series. You know who Ahsoka is, Therese, right?
I do.
Yes, Anakin's apprentice. So that was a good test. He's going to be a showrunner of that. Then he's going to make his own film. That's going to be based on all the 3 series so far. Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and that. So that'll be exciting. See if he makes it work. And so it might not be 100% original, but it's original enough for me. Different stuff. Heir to the Empire, I actually read that. That's one of my favorite EU Star Wars. So if they do that well, I'll be happy. Have you read Heir to the Empire, Andrew?
Which one? Age. Oh, I played
Heir to the Empire. That's the one that made the EU popular. That was one of the best EU stories.
I think that's yes. I played it number 2.
I want to talk to Matthew about that. Actually, we should do a Star Wars podcast about that, the potential of Heir to the Empire. Because I'm curious if he actually read that. Actually, it was a 3 books, by the way. The series, 3-parter. So it was a trilogy in its own. But yeah, Thrawn was as he has craziest and ruthless. Also, they had an insane clone Jedi. So what happens when you clone a Jedi? That's actually a thing that he went insane because he's like, a clone of a Jedi that died painfully. That's why, and also he basically traumatized Luke by cloning Luke and forcing the clone Luke to fight Luke in that book. That obviously is not going to happen because Mark Hamill's too busy, but yeah, that was a good book to read. I think we should read more books because that's when you can make money, is writing books.
Yeah, you're right. That's correct. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to mention Echo 8 relied on Elizabeth to write stuff. Without him, there would have been no plot, right?
No, that wouldn't have been. She's the writer for Echo 8.
She's a writer.
Yeah, I hope she gets paid a fair bit. Like because of the profits that happens.
I hope it's gonna be like up to like $1 billion. Well, I wish. That's my
That's not
wish.
expecting too much, $1 billion. I think it'll be profitable at least, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll just have to try to do this kind of stuff here. But yeah, in terms of the rise strike, I think they're going to give in eventually. I mean, the original rise strike, they gave in, right?
I think so.
Yeah. But yeah, like Heroes, okay, remember how Heroes got destroyed by the rise strike?
Man, that show took a nosedive. It made me sad because the first season was really interesting.
I think the problem of Heroes is that they pretty sure changed Heroes per seasons. Because I feel like they almost the stories like already got stretched out, some parts of it, and like I don't really care. Like Sylar got overused, like seriously, like he was good as a season 1 villain, but they try to make him good and bad, good, bad, good. Like I don't care anymore. And then like Peter, they had to nerf him, and Hiro, oh my gosh, Hero.
Yeah.
You can see the future of him becoming good. Like his character development he just became a jerk character from season 2 and 3. Like he literally became a mind of a kid. Like that's example how writing. Like I said, like season 2 might get a pass, but season 3 they should have, doesn't excuse that. I actually realized the writer season 4 was better because the season 1 writer returned for season 4.
Okay.
Writing is a good example of changing a show. Because yeah, he returned for the second half of season 4, and the show was actually a lot better at that point, but it was kind of too late.
Yeah.
The race already dipped down for then though. So yeah, he said like the problem with like he said the right like the reason why Hero season 1 worked is that the characters felt human, and season 2 and 3 just focused over the top stuff. And actually, it's true. Like Hero was good because that's because of the fact that the future itself. But when the Charlie episode with the girl that was going to die of cancer was going to die no matter what, it just felt for him. Yeah, that's why characters are important in terms of writing. Like you just don't because I think the plot is like the one thing, but story is more important. How you execute them, and writing is very important. I was wondering, does you know how to write action scenes as well? Like writing is also important for writing for how you do action scenes, right?
Yeah, that's a skill that I'm still trying to learn. That actually is about plotting moves and sequences and motivation.
I find that the character motivation is what makes it work better as well, rather than actual choreography.
Yeah,
like some Marvel's choreography is not always the best. Like I remember Adrian or some other people complaining about that, but like I don't care because it's like the character moments you feel that when Bucky Winter Soldier, like some stuff is not realistic, but you're more focused on the fact that it's his friend that he's fighting. You care more about that than the actual if it's realistic or not or better. And that's why I said writing is important to convey that. Or Batman versus Superman. I said I know a lot of these Scott fans, but like come on, like the reason why you don't care is that halfway through the end, like, why are they actually fighting? And like I said, like you argue that like you don't feel like they're fighting at all. Like there's no real stakes. Plus, well, besides the fact that it's not really brain versus brawn, but that it's all manipulation by Lex Luthor. So that they're gonna resolve the differences quickly. And then of course the Martha scene. While Civil War worked better because, you don't expect anyone to die, but the tension about the fight was like, he finds out that Bucky killed the mother. Like, that's tense character moment. Like, she's really upset. And that's why it's more tense of that, because it's not black and white what's going on. Like, yes, Tony Iron Man's in the wrong for wanting revenge, but you can't blame him at the same time. While Batman vs Superman, like, is no one's really following anyone. They're just being manipulated.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you.
Like I said, like the anime series did a better one of Batman vs Superman, where Batman is torturing someone. Superman said, "I do not agree with your method. Stop torturing him for information." Like, that's actually not a black and white thing, because Superman doesn't believe in torture or scaring them, while Batman does, but he actually gets results. That's an example of having differences of good writing. And then Superman actually tries to beat up Batman to stop him from torturing that. Batman narrowly escapes, but then Superman finds out who he is by using X-ray. I know who you are. But then Batman put a tracking device behind Superman and found out that he's Clark Kent. So you tell me who you are, I'll tell everyone who you are. And they actually became friends later on in that one, because it was Lex Luthor stuff and Joker working together. So actually Joker and Lex Luthor, and Superman underestimated Joker, while Lex Luthor underestimated Batman. That was actually an interesting plot as well. But basically, the Joker had kryptonite, but then Superman like, I'll be prepared wearing a radiation suit. But then Joker's like, I did not plan for this whatsoever. Then throws acid to break the suit, and then kryptonite works. So Batman had to rescue him. While Batman tortures Lex Luthor, and then because Lex Luthor said that you're just a man in a suit. Batman proved him wrong. And then causing Lex Luthor to send a machine after him. But yeah, they put aside the differences, and yeah. Also, Superman had no reason to hate Batman in that one. Batman was courting Lois Lane, like Bruce Wayne was courting Lois Lane. And Lois Lane actually was interested in Bruce Wayne because, like, Bruce Wayne's a charmer. But then, ironically, the reason why Lois Lane breaks up with Bruce Wayne is she discovers that he's Batman. So the irony in that writing was that Lois Lane was not interested in Clark Kent, but loved Superman, while Lois Lane loved Bruce Wayne, but hated Batman. That's why that's also good creative ideas with writing as well, to make that kind of situation tense.
I think you're a good writer. I think you're a pretty good writer. You tell me when you tell all this broadcasting good, you give me a great good story.
But it's not really my ideas. It's stuff that I enjoy writing. So you should give credit to those writers, not me. Okay, I'm not ChatGPT. Okay, did you see my latest post? By the way, I made a joke about that. How do you know I'm not using ChatGPT? If there's no spelling errors or grammar errors, then that means I'm using ChatGPT. That's how you know it's my own work with all my spelling errors.
That was a joke, Andrew.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. You see me make a lot of errors in those messages. So that's why I said, it's me. The South Park episode, like, you want me to tell you what happened, what the South Park episode was? ChatGPT was basically Stan discussed ChatGPT like to apply to his girlfriend, and he doesn't know what to say, so he used ChatGPT to reply back. And yeah, ChatGPT actually says the best things but then it starts to backfire when he says, they have an actual conversation like, so what happened to you? You said that you know how it feels because what happened to my cousin happened to your cousin as well. Like, says like, and then tries to weasel his way out. And then Cartman and everyone else and Butters and Craig use ChatGPT to write essays getting A's. While Mr. Garrison uses ChatGPT to mark those papers because he doesn't want to spend time marking. And then because he got the ideas from his boyfriend who's using ChatGPT to wants message to him, but Mr. Garrison is oblivious to that.
Is it still Mr. Garrison? Is it Mrs. Garrison, or is it still
Mr. Garrison?
He's back to Mr. Garrison.
He was a long time ago. He also became Trump Garrison.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was actually the stand-in for Donald Trump at that time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
we've got 1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Final word.
basically-
Yeah. I'll let you finish.
Let me finish this up. Yeah. So then basically the school people worked out that someone was using ChatGPT, but Wendy's the one that gets caught because she has the messages, and then they have the ChatGPT hunter. And it says like, what do I do? I know, I can't think of a way out of this. So he uses Chat GPT to find me a solution out of this. And this is when the writer for South Park used it. And the solution was like Stan saying, we should not blame the people who use ChatGPT. We should blame the corporations that made it, because it's supposed to be for the people and upper class rhetoric.
Okay.
And then yeah, that's the thing. It's actually the writing's better, but everything works out so well. And Winnie doesn't know what's going on, so he doesn't get caught. Even though he got caught, it didn't work. Anyway, I'll show you that later. But yeah, we've got 2 minutes left.
Okay. Final words, guys.
Well, I got no word of this Hollywood writing one, but you have to all the company. You have to give this a chance. You have to give the money and give the writing for a chance, because all the writing are pretty good, but you don't care about the writing. You just you'll think about money. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have anything to say, Jimmy?
Yeah, I said like, all the authors that have written stuff now, they need the money, because they say you can't get rich from writing books now. And I guess that's when you form to you media, like Roald Dahl and stuff, like all the things that you have write stuff, you need to support them. And I said, that's why in credit scenes you should give credits to the writers as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, yeah. So we shall see. We shall see where the writer or Chuck leads to. Let us, readers or audience, let us know what your thoughts are on that and everything else that we've talked today. And we shall see you next time. All right.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.